This is a reading from The Golden Nuggets. It's a publication by the Holy Order of Mans, published in the early 70s. This chapter is on sight. See nothing as ugly. See me in all things. I'm just what you see, said one. And truly all things are for you as you see them. It's not given to a man to see truly until his eyes are pure, until he can look upon truth without the taint of vulgarity. Visibility is relative in that a substance becomes visible or invisible to a person as he visually realizes or does not realize its existence. Man is generally spiritually blind due to the fall, and spiritual vision has atrophied from misuse. Man outwardly sees all sorts of things he doesn't like, then closes his eyes and sees the doctrine in these. You go through retrospection each night, and it is through this that you are able to take forward the attainment that you have gained through your work. None can see you except your Father, which is invisible. And when he sees that which is invisible, he will reward you. The single eye is wedded unto God. Its children are lighted in truth. Can't you make anything new out of this day? Must you keep backtracking and judging by old premises? Do you have to look at everything through the same old eyes you did before? Wash off the film of memory. Toss out the old negatives and put on new, bright glasses. If unwanted pictures should appear, put them out and lock the door. Move out into a new personality and use foresight instead of aftersight. Let's look at the now, the reality deep within. The sense of seeing is most important of the senses, though we see nothing really. We see all of life in pictures, and know more of life through pictures than any other thing. All our thoughts form mental pictures, words from mental pictures, and once the picture is formed, the judgment can be made. You have never seen an object in the world. You have only seen a reproduction in your mind. Neither you nor anyone else knows how anything looks in the world. They have never seen it. All you have seen is electrochemical interchange of reproductions in your mind. The only thing seeing is spiritual sight, and it isn't done with the eyes. If you get this thinking of yours straightened out, then maybe you'll see. How do you bring it through? Man is a broadcasting station. If you receive that wish with your mechanism, then self analyzes it. Make your mind a blank screen and receive what you are looking for. Two different people wearing the same garment would register differently on a spectrophotometer, an instrument for determining the relative intensity of two spectra, or of the corresponding bands of color of two spectra. Why? The machine has no likes or dislikes. The atmosphere acts as a filter, and the color is screened through this atmosphere. Your atmosphere is something you have to determine. How do you let in more light? Because you have determined you want it there. What causes light to be cut off from this earth? Because the earth has an atmosphere, and man's thinking blocks it out. And later, when you come through illumination, the individual cell has an atmosphere, and as the body grows more in light, the cell becomes illuminated. The same thing holds true on all levels. When you close your eyes, they are at the last point of focus on earth. Then you go beyond to the point of infinity. Forget the physical eyes and look with spiritual eyes, because they are in the spiritual body where matter does not bar the way. That would remove the barrier of matter. Say not, I will see this. Rather say, this is where I want to see. There is a nerve reflex system in the spiritual body, as in the physical. This helps to accept sight. The X factor is the infinite, the point of conveyance of the positive and negative. Where the two powers come together is the point of infinity. The consciousness resting thus creates energy. Substance resists. Therefore you see light, because the image goes up the vagus nerve to the medulla and is transferred to the sorting mechanism, and thus you see light. Never doubt what you see. You have to believe what you see, or you can't work in the spiritual body. Investigate, but don't doubt. This is true sight, and it will work. Sight must be adhered to. In psychic photographs, infrared rays infiltrate and build up solidity. This has been a reading from the Golden Nuggets, publication of the Holy Order of Mans, circa 1970. Thanks for listening.